Hi guys, country review number 4 is Burundi. Okay, so from Kenya we went to Uganda, we went to Rwanda, we went to Congo, and finally country number 4 was Burundi. We accessed Burundi through Rwanda because it was the shorter route and it was the better route. So the other roads were a bit hectic and it would take like longer hours to get to Burundi. The road from the border between Rwanda and Burundi was amazing because for some reason, I don't know whether we crossed during Christmas time, for some reason there was nobody. In terms of, I think you were only 2 or 3 people crossing over, so it was a very smooth. I think we spent around maximum of 15 to 20 minutes, and the longer time we spent was because we had now to exchange money at the border. Number one, the reason why we exchange some little money at the border is because we need to buy or purchase a SIM card. So every country we have been going, we have to purchase a SIM card so that we are able to communicate. Number one, we are able to load data. Number two, so at least with the data you are able to check your Google map and anything that you need like to check online. So that's how SIM cards get in handy. So we had to exchange some little money because we had to buy a SIM card. So we bought a SIM card, and that took actually much of the time. It took around 5 to 10 minutes because you guys, you have to be photographed, you have to be it has to be activated. So at least you are using the SIM card from the border point. Otherwise, apart from that, everything else was so smooth at the border between Burundi and Rwanda. Getting into Burundi, the roads not so badly, but as we went along, now we started experiencing a lot of potholes. And actually at the border point, the police that were manning, very friendly police by the way, had told us that they were approximating us to take longer to get to Bujumbura because of the road condition. So this is a local police person telling you that the road condition is not that good and it might take you longer to get to the former capital Bujumbura. So yeah, we got there. We of course we were not so much in a hurry. Now the setback of Burundi number 1, apart from now the infrastructure, the roads and potholes, police roadblocks. We had so many police roadblocks. Like I think after every 2 kilometers we have a roadblock, and the roadblocks are funny because it's not like where we normally have spikes in Kenya or other countries. These people just put a rope from one corner to the other one, just a rope actually. Then you have to stop when you get there. So I'm like, this is a rope, I can decide to that. Yeah, they see me. Of course, maybe they'll. Okay, I don't think, because I didn't see any police with a walkie-talkie, so I don't know how they communicate to maybe the other police to on the next barrier. But anyway, we decided to be law-abiding citizens, and we could stop every stopover. Every stopover we were stopping. So at the stop, the police are a bit, they are. I don't know whether it's common. I've never experienced that. So they'll tell you to put on lights. You put on the light, indicator left, indicator right, hazards. Then they tell you, so they have a whistle, so they blow the whistle. Then they do like this. So you're supposed to know that actually it means you blow the horn. So you have to, they're just, I think, trying to check whether the lights are working, indicators are working, the horn is working. They go to the back, check whether the rear lights are working, the reverse lights are working. It is thorough, but it's how they do it that we had a problem with. and after every 2 kilometers, you are like, there's nothing that would have changed from the previous police stop to now. That is 2 kilometers, unless maybe some bulbs of the car light will have died along the way. Anyway, now we proceeded after every stop, of course, checkpoint and all that. But now we got to Bujumbura. Bujumbura proved different because unlike how the road was, and guys, we spoke about the condition of the people we met on the way. Children carrying water, meaning there is a problem with water. Bujumbura was amazing. Was like, you can't even believe actually you've passed through all those other areas with like, which looked like, you know, people have like low life in terms of living standards, no water, ragged clothes, and you know, and at some point people were like joking, everything looked brown. Yeah, so Bujumbura is fine. Bujumbura was fine, and apart from, there are not so many like tall buildings, not so many, but the buildings that are there are in good condition. Now we booked only one hotel in Bujumbura, which we didn't like much. Reason was, this hotel was quite expensive, more expensive than any other place we've been, all those other countries. Second, the internet does not work. This is true actually, or honest opinion. Internet does not work. Third, it's the breakfast, pathetic, because there is no like tea. And I'm sure in one of the videos you had Pluto complaining that some people are opting to take beer in the morning because the tea was. I tasted the tea and stopped. Okay, me, I don't complain much about food. I'm one person who can eat anything, but that condition, tea condition in Burundi, I'm not mentioning that hotel, did not go so well with me. And the reason why we slept one night, the second night we slept at the border, and this is the reason. Now we met other content creators. We met Kenneth Noche. We met Wandering with Paint, that Indian lady, and actually we bonded so well. Apparently, or unfortunately, Kenneth Noche and now Wandering with Paint, the lady, their visa was expiring the following morning at 11 a.m. So if we slept another night in Burundi, their visa would have expired. And mark you, the main reason why we decided to tag them along with us is because Wandering with Paint was sick, actually extremely sick. So we felt like it's always good like to cross border with them. So that's why we had to leave very, very early so we slept one night. That other night, the following night, we traveled by night. So at least by morning we are at the border point. Guys, we arrived at the border point around, was it 2 or 3 a.m? Around 2 a.m. So we had to sleep in the car because the borders were opening around 7:30 or 8 in the morning. So all those hours we had to sleep at the border. Crossing over the border, not so much a problem for us because my passport was fine. Pluto was using like the temporary pass, it was fine. The only challenge was now Kenneth Noche, because apparently Nigerians have totally different like treatment, other like, you know, not so much like other African countries. So they had like for a Nigerian to cross into Tanzania, you need a visa, and it's not like a visa you apply on arrival. So it was a bit problematic for him, but of course he talked his way out, and of course you know what I mean by talking his way out, and he was now stamped entry into Tanzania. Tanzania was amazing, and I'll give you an honest review in the next like country review. That will be country number 5. So basically, Burundi, the most astonishing thing was the people, very amazing, and thanks to content creators we met there. They were amazing, and they were like, showing us around, and we met good people. And yeah, the buildings, the rich, where the rich hide their money, the road infrastructure around Bujumbura was fine. We didn't get to go to Gitega, which we are told is the now political capital of Burundi. We only went to Bujumbura because that's the economic capital. So we wanted to access Tanzania through maybe going through Lake Tanganyika, but unfortunately we were told the ferries cannot commercially carry vehicles to the other side unless you just pay and charter, charter. You charter one and it takes you across to the other side. So we opted to drive by road into Tanzania. The road condition, of course, I've spoken about it even going back. Apart from that, the people are amazing. We had a good experience. Thank you everybody else, the content creators we met there, and I'll try to pin their link on this video so that you guys can go see them. So I'll see you guys in the next country review, which will be country number 5, Tanzania.